Quickly unbox the brand new Honor 500 Pro. Very minimalist, the packaging box isn't very thick. Inside, there's a plastic tray protecting the device, a paper insert, and a gift pack. Don't throw these away. Since many people might want to apply a screen protector, there's also a thoughtful little reminder here. When applying a UV glue tempered glass protector, be careful not to let the liquid seep into the nearby holes, as that could affect your warranty. That's a pretty considerate touch. The full set includes an 80-watt fast charger with a USB-A port that supports multiple protocols up to 20 volts 4 amps max for high voltage charging, and the cable provided is a 6 amp data cable. Now let's move on to the main attraction. On the front, it's a standard flat display. The whole device is a bit elongated, and the R corners around the edges are slightly larger, giving it a mainstream look and feel. If you look closely at the edges with the screen magnified, you'll notice a very subtle curve at the edge of the flat screen, which then extends into the curve of the metal frame, resulting in a pretty comfortable grip. The dark-colored metal frame, take a closer look. The antenna lines on both the left and right sides are designed symmetrically, including at the top. The bottom also features a symmetrical design. Notably, the bottom separates the microphone and the SIM card slot to prevent you from inserting things incorrectly. This is definitely a plus. The openings at the top are more numerous compared to other products, including both a speaker and sensors. On the side, besides the power and volume buttons, there's also a recessed button at the bottom. We'll check out its function in a bit. The side has a standard thickness, and the whole device feels quite solid. Next, let's take a look at the back panel. Oh, I have to say, the level of recognition here is really high. Among all the models released this year, this design is definitely one that leaves a lasting impression. The entire back panel uses an integrated cold glue process with a frosted glass back that feels pretty nice, extending up to the area around the camera module. They've created a raised volcano-like unibody design. The upper part is glossy, while the lower part uses AG coating. The camera design this time is definitely distinctive, with a total of 5 cutouts. Here are the 2 main lenses, and over here are the sensors and another lens. Then at the bottom, the 5th opening is for the fill light with a single color temperature. Let's change the angle and take a look at how much the camera area protrudes overall. Out of 100 points, how would you rate this design? Personally, I think it's unique, no doubt about that. There's also a small highlight about this design. When you place it on a table, it's completely symmetrical, so you won't have any issues. Most phones have that seesaw effect when placed on a surface, but this device doesn't have that at all because both sides are the same height. Next, let's check the weight. 205.5 grams is pretty standard, not particularly heavy, especially considering that one of this phone's main selling points is its battery. In fact, you could even give it some praise for this weight. Let's power it on. Magic OS. We'll quickly enter the system, and the phone transfer process is worth mentioning. For reasons you'll likely know, when transferring data, Honor supports its own devices and also Harmony OS and other Huawei products. The process differs. For devices with the older Android kernel, use Phone Clone by scanning a QR code to connect. For pure Harmony OS devices, install the Clone app separately. With Magic OS 7, we first enter with a light background, check the screen-to-body ratio. The 3 sides are basically equal in width, but the chin is a bit wider, mainly due to the dark bezel. With the light version, it looks even narrower. It's just a habit, but I check third-party apps first. There are 8 outside. Here there are 15 core apps, so 23 in total. Compared to devices we've tested, that's mid-range, maybe a bit higher. The side button is definitely a highlight, so let's focus on that. First, a short press naturally opens the camera. Just tap once to launch the camera, and tap again to take a photo. If you double-click, it instantly brings up the AI full-screen quick note feature, so you can quickly jot down information from any screen. Additionally, a long press directly activates the UU AI assistant, starting a local AI conversation. Of course, all these functions can be customized. For example, besides setting a short press to open the camera, you can also set it to start a video call, or to recognize what's on the screen after entering the camera. You can also zoom in and out directly by sliding. If you long press, it can start recording video right away. In addition, you can set it to double-click to activate different functions. And depending on each person's usage habits, you can further fine-tune the button's sensitivity and press duration, including light and hard presses. You can set it so pressing once wakes the screen, pressing again takes a photo. The options are detailed. For refresh rate, there are 2, 60Hz and 120Hz. The Honor 500 Pro uses Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 with an 8000 mAh battery. It supports 80-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging. This setup is balanced. In our test, it took 1 hour 6 minutes to charge from 0 to 100% and 1 hour 33 minutes to finish trickle charging. After 5 battery endurance tests, 73% remained. Even with heavy use, getting through a whole day is no problem. In addition, the Honor 500 Pro also supports 27-watt wired reverse charging. Just plug in a cable and it instantly becomes your portable power bank. As for the color temperature adjustment options, compared to other systems, Honor allows you to adjust specific color regions individually. If you often use graphics software, you'll know this. You can also adjust the device's saturation to make it look more muted, almost like a newspaper. You can adjust the brightness and darkness as well. Through a microscope, you can see that the screen's pixel arrangement is very neat, square or rounded rectangles. As for screen dimming, which everyone cares about, let's do a simple comparison using the iPhone. First, we set both screens to their maximum brightness in the settings. In this similar brightest state, let's take a look at the screen dimming effect so everyone can get a feel for it. Next, we lower the brightness to a slightly dimmer level, around 10% to 15%. You can get a sense of the overall dimming effect at this approximate brightness. This is all under the default settings. It's not just about dimming the screen. When you're using your phone, whether you're holding it far away or close up, the phone will give you AI reminders. It even reminds you about how often you blink and checks the surrounding ambient lighting. So in the eye protection options, Honor's system has always offered a rich set of features, and they're placed right in the main menu. Now let's listen to the Honor ringtone in the sound section. The sound is still quite loud. There's also a lively, cute ringtone. Custom made by Nylon. Let's take a quick look at the fingerprint sensor. The overall area is actually positioned a bit higher, so the grip feels pretty natural. Unlocking. To sum up briefly, it's really important that the Honor 500 series stands out and is memorable. When it comes to looks, you can definitely call it unique. As for the selling points, it keeps the family traits, including a particularly detailed eye protection setup, and in this price range, an impressively large battery plus wireless reverse charging. All in all, it's still a device with a lot of character. Okay, this is the first unboxing from Dajia Test. Follow our channel for more detailed reviews coming soon. I'm Na Yan, and I'll see you in the next video.